Still water, dead flat, the kind of surface that looks like black glass in the early morning light. A slow, deliberate movement just below the surface. Two eyes, a ridge of dark, textured skin, barely breaking the waterline. Then, stillness again. Whatever is in that water has been doing this exact thing for longer than most things on this planet have existed. Everyone calls it a crocodile or an alligator, usually interchangeably, depending on which word came out first. Two words, same mental image, and almost nobody can explain what the actual difference is. Not just one is bigger. What is structurally, biologically different between these two animals? And why does the mix-up matter? Because it does, more than you'd expect. Let's start with the obvious thing nobody notices. These two animals look almost identical on purpose. They belong to the same ancient order, a lineage that appeared roughly 95 million years ago and survived the extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs without changing much at all. When European explorers arrived in Florida, they saw something that looked like the crocodiles back home in Africa and simply used the same word. The word alligator itself comes from the Spanish el lagarto, the lizard. Not a precise classification, just a confused sailor pointing at something terrifying and reaching for the nearest word. So what can you actually see? The single most reliable difference is the snout. The alligator has a wide, rounded U-shaped snout, broad and blunt, almost shovel-like. The crocodile has a long, narrow V-shaped snout, pointed and angular. Think of the alligator as a wide-body truck and the crocodile as a sports car. Same engine, completely different front end. The second tail is the teeth. When an alligator closes its mouth, the lower teeth disappear inside. When a crocodile closes its mouth, that fourth lower tooth stays visible on the outside, a permanent fang. Today, when you see a reptile grinning with one lower tooth exposed on a closed jaw, you're watching a crocodile. But here comes the part nobody sees. Alligators are almost exclusively freshwater animals, swamps, rivers, slow-moving marshes. Crocodiles have specialized salt-excreting glands on their tongues, tiny biological filters that let them live comfortably in saltwater, estuaries, coastal channels, even open ocean. It's like the difference between a car built for city roads and one built for off-road terrain. This is why crocodiles spread across 3 continents, while alligators stayed in just 2 places, the American Southeast and a small population in China. The result? Alligators number roughly 5 million in the wild today, almost all in the United States. American crocodiles have fewer than 2,000 individuals surviving in South Florida, one of the rarest large reptiles in North America. Same waterways, sometimes literally the same square miles of Everglades, one thriving, one endangered. Most people driving through Florida couldn't tell which one they were looking at. If you're finding this fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe to The Curious Mechanism for more hidden science stories. But you're probably thinking, if they share the same water, do they ever collide? Each animal has a built-in boundary system. The alligator reads salinity and adjusts. The crocodile's salt glands are a biological passport, permission to go places the alligator simply cannot follow. 2 nearly identical apex predators with an invisible fence between them. Now comes the invisible part, the real engineering, in the jaw. A large saltwater crocodile produces roughly 3,700 pounds per square inch of bite force, the strongest measured bite of any living animal on Earth. A large alligator sits around 2,000 psi. But here's the twist. All that crushing power goes into closing. The muscles that open the jaw are so weak a grown adult can hold an alligator's mouth shut with 2 hands. The entire engineering budget went into the trap, almost nothing went into the escape hatch. But here's an uncomfortable truth. This mix-up has real consequences. In Florida, where both species share Everglades territory, wildlife managers and first responders regularly misidentify them. The American crocodile is endangered and legally protected. The American alligator is not. Misidentifying one as the other in a removal situation has direct conservation and legal implications. Getting it wrong doesn't just make you look uninformed, it can affect the survival of a species already on the edge. An alligator and a crocodile aren't two words for the same scary thing in the water. They're 95 million years of diverging biology, separated by snout geometry, salt glands, and continental range. Next time you see that dark silhouette breaking the surface, look at the snout. Look for the tooth. So next time someone says there's a crocodile in Florida, you'll know they're probably looking at an alligator. And now you're one of the few people who can tell them exactly why. If this changed the way you read reptile news stories, subscribe to The Curious Mechanism and hit the like button. Share this with someone who has been using these two words interchangeably their whole life. This is The Curious Mechanism, exploring the invisible systems that keep the world running.